Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we continue to follow that breaking news right now in River Rouge, where police are searching for the mother who abandoned a newborn baby on the front lawn of this home.
Baby girl was found Sunday morning on Alexander Street, here near East Great Lake Street, but police are just now putting out the alert about it. And we'll start there tonight at 5, and we'll start with Priya Mann, who's live at the home where the baby was found, and she just spoke with neighbors about it. Priya?
And Devin, Kimberly, neighbors say they're shocked a baby was found here abandoned, but grateful that people heard something and acted quickly. That newborn baby girl was found wrapped in a blanket near those bushes on the front lawn of this adult foster home.
Never could I in my wildest dreams imagine somebody doing that.
A newborn baby less than an hour old was found abandoned outside an adult foster home in River Rouge.
It's really scary. There's a lot of things going on around here. It ain't like it used to be. I just pray all the time.
The newborn still had the umbilical cord and placenta attached. She was found around 8 Sunday morning, wrapped in a blue blanket.
Neighbors and residents at the home heard what they thought was an animal, a cat, crying. They went out to investigate, didn't see anything at first, continued to hear the cries, went outside and checked the second time and discovered the child.
The foster home where the newborn baby was found is less than a mile from the police station on Alexander Street near Jefferson. The baby was rushed to Oakwood Beaumont Hospital and is expected to recover.
I'm grateful to God that the child's all right.
There's too many options: hospitals, churches, fire departments. They'll go to a neighbor's house and knock on the door.
And that woman, of course, referring to safe haven laws. In Michigan, you have up to 72 hours to drop off a newborn child at a police station, a fire station, a hospital, or a church. And throughout the afternoon here, we've seen River Rouge police doing patrols, talking to neighbors. Anyone with information asked to call police. Reporting live from River Rouge, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Well, Priya, do police know who it is they're looking for?
You know, Devin, I asked police that, and they believe this woman lives in the neighborhood. In fact, they believe she may know somebody at that foster home, whether it's a social worker there and may have thought dropping off the child there would be a good idea. But again, those safe haven laws are in place to prevent something like this from happening. And again, neighbors just so grateful somebody there heard that child crying and did the right thing.
Exactly right. Yeah. All right, Priya. Now, today, for the first time, we are hearing the 911 calls from a Macomb Township woman who police say was killed by her husband.
Ebony Byram called 911 asking police to remove her husband from the home. As she was speaking to the dispatcher, prosecutors say her husband, Hal Byram, fired 11 shots. 9 hit Ebony, and Hal turned the gun on himself. He survived. We're not going to air the call because it's far too violent, but Ebony's sister talked today about hearing those 911 calls for the first time.
That was the first time I heard it, and it was awful. She did nothing to get what he gave to her. She did anything. All she simply wanted him to do was leave.
Ebony's teenage son was in the home at the time of the shooting and also called 911. After hearing all the evidence, the judge ruled the case will go to trial. An interesting debate is playing out tonight at a gas station in Southwest Detroit.
Sure is. Folks living near this Valero gas station at West Grand Boulevard and Verner say this place has been a magnet for crime, and they rallied today to get the owner to sign up for the Project Greenlight program.
But the owner says the price tag that comes with it is far too expensive. Coco McAvoy is live at the gas station tonight. Coco, does it have any security cameras now?
Yes, Kimberly and Devin, the gas station does have security cameras. You can see one is placed at the corner of the building here. But as you mentioned, this is a very interesting debate. Now, the protest did wrap up a few minutes ago, but residents in the area, they say they don't feel safe at this gas station. We spoke to a few people as they were passing in the area. You can see it is a busy intersection here, but the owner is saying, you know, there's a price tag that comes with this. Of course, it costs between $4,000 and $6,000 to join Project Greenlight. And of course, so the owner is saying that he doesn't necessarily want to pay for that program. But as you're about to see, residents came out, dozens of them, protesting that and urging the owner to join Project Greenlight.
What do we need?
The group made sure they were seen and heard while circling around the Valero gas station.
Protect our community. Protect our community.
Among them were members of the AmeriCorps Urban Safety Program.
gas stations, there's more of a hotspot area where you're more likely to get more youth and more violence. And if it's green lighted, then it'll be better for the police and everybody.
Residents like Yolanda Lopez brought her grandson to the demonstration.
For safety. For safety for everyone in the community.
Community advocate Tyrone Carter says residents feel the gas station isn't safe and talked to the owner about becoming a Project Greenlight station.
We've targeted this area, we've leafleted, we've done home safety assessments, and every time we talk to someone, they talk about the Valero gas station.
And we did try speaking with the owner today of the gas station. However, we were told by an employee that he is out of town and will be for some time. So my other question for the people out here today is if they're willing to chip in to help pay for the cost. They say they've reached out to several organizations, but they haven't had any luck. So they say they're now looking into grants to try to see if they can help pay for this program, because as I mentioned again, it costs between $4,000 and $6,000 to become a member of Project Greenlight. But there are, of course, payment plans as well. So a very interesting debate, and we'll, of course, continue to follow this story because community members are saying they're not giving up. Back to you. It
is fascinating, Coco. And I'm curious about what you heard from the police department, because I know this is not the first time that they've heard from a business that says it's just too expensive for them to be a part of the program.
Yes, and that's also the other interesting part about this. So I spoke to someone from the Detroit Police Department, and he says that this gas station is not necessarily considered a high crime gas station. He says they come out here maybe once a month or so, but he says those visits aren't always for crimes. It might be for something more like loitering, but they say they do appreciate the fact that residents, of course, want people to join Project Greenlight because it makes them feel more safe. But he did say that this is not necessarily considered a high crime area, but residents, they're not feeling safe here.
Yeah, if that's your neighborhood store, then it's your priority, that's for sure. All right, Coco.
A teenager is shot while walking down the street on Detroit's west side. Police say the 16-year-old was on Lilac Street near McNichols when a woman driving a black Cadillac shot him. The teen's condition is unknown. If you know anything about what happened, call police. In Ann Arbor, police are investigating after a University of Michigan student says he woke up this morning and found an intruder in his apartment.
Robber ran away when he was confronted, but did manage to get away with a wallet. This, though, is the latest in a recent string of home invasions in that area. Police in Livonia, meanwhile, are looking for two shoplifters.
Take a good look at these photos here. These men tried to steal more than $1,000 in merchandise from the Home Depot. That's according to police. If you recognize them, call the authorities.
And now to the weather. It never feels fair to have such a beautiful day on a Monday after the weekend.
We're stuck in here, with no windows in the studio. Let's get over to Ben. The humidity really has moved out too, so that feels good.
It has, especially compared to where we were last week, guys, and it will be probably our pick of the week as things get warmer, more humid, and those thunderstorm chances start moving back in as we get later on into the week. We're right at 80, but with low humidity, it's a very comfortable 80 degrees. We've got temperatures which are slightly warmer than Sunday afternoon by about 3 to 4 degrees, and we'll see those numbers slide into the 60s tonight, but humidity stays low and even some of those cumulus clouds going away. So all in all, a pretty pleasant night. Coming up, by the way, it has been our most clicked on story all day on clickondetroit.com. This is time-lapse video of the Northern Lights over the Mackinac Bridge. Doesn't that look beautiful? I'll have a closer look at 5:30 showing you what causes those and if we might get a chance to see them on this beautiful night. Devin?
All right, Ben. Now to Washington. Once again, there is another health care delay. Republican leaders wanted to vote on the GOP health care plan this week, but there's a new roadblock as a prominent senator is recovering now from surgery. Blaine Alexander has the latest developments from Washington. Blaine?
Well, Devin, Senator John McCain is back home in Arizona this week recovering, but GOP leaders here say they need him and his yes vote for this bill to pass. Once again, health care on hold. All debate on the GOP plan stopped for at least a week as Senator John McCain recovers from a surgery to remove a blood clot in his head.
We need to delay the vote until he gets here. We need all 50 votes.
It is a tight numbers game for Republicans. They already have 2 no votes. A third would kill the bill. At least a dozen GOP members remain undecided. Outside senators' offices today, a strong message from protesters. A new Bloomberg poll shows while 35% say this is the most important issue facing the country, only 28% approve of the way the president is handling it, while 64% disapprove. On Capitol Hill, experts say the short-term delay could mean long-term failure.
The traditional view is that delays on legislation like this are deadly. It allows opposition more time to grow. At the same time, it also gives Senator McConnell and his team the opportunity to grow support.
In his weekly address, a push from President Trump.
The Republican senators are working very hard to get something that's going to be really, really good.
Saying in an interview he is just waiting in the Oval Office, pen in hand, to sign the bill. And the White House says that President Trump will be very engaged in pushing this plan and working hard to get all GOP senators on board. In Washington, Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
All right, Blaine, one other note. Because of the vote delay, the Congressional Budget Office has delayed releasing its score of the bill. That'll tell us how much it'll cost, how many people would gain or lose coverage over time. CBO score was expected to come out today. We don't know now when it will be released. We're just getting started here at 5.
Yeah, much more ahead in this next hour of news, including a new addition coming to Little Caesars Arena. What's being installed to ensure everyone has the best seat in the house.
Also coming up, a family swept away by a wall of water. An intense flash flood hits a quiet swimming hole with virtually no notice.
But first, folks living there say it's only a matter of time before a child is attacked. Coyotes terrorizing a neighborhood, and residents say they're not getting answers when it comes to getting them out. Next.
He was new at 6.
A mystery unfolding on farmland in mid-Michigan. Someone is buying up a whole lot of it. A whole lot of it. New at 6, why that could mean hundreds of new manufacturing jobs within driving distance of Detroit.
Plus, stealing cars before they even reach the dealership. 2 Mustangs disappear right from an assembly plant. New at 6, why police say one of the thieves' first stops was a supermarket.
Now here at 5, seeing coyotes in southeast Michigan no longer really all that unusual. But in Auburn Hills, the sightings are getting too close for comfort.
And there's a whole lot of frustration over what to do about it. Rod Maloney is live there tonight. And Rod, I guess there's really no quick fix here either.
Yeah, you know, Kim, we've talked to the DNR about this. You take a look. This is the caution tape that's been put out here by the American Legion Post because they don't want anybody getting hurt, because about maybe 25 yards this way is a coyote den, a mother and some pups. And they're nervous that the public is going to come into contact with them and somebody is going to wound up getting hurt. It is a coyote mom with 3 pups who comes out to be videotaped almost daily. But it's a large adult male who neighbor Brian Darkins found chasing him down Churchill Road while he walked his 2 dogs at night last week.
He started following me up the road, which surprised me. And then but when I was about 20 yards from my turning, he actually got on the road and ran at me.
It was a car that stopped the coyote's advance. Now, Brian actually likes coyotes. He lives next to a wetlands, and he's seen them on or around his property for over a decade now. But he says this is too close and getting more dangerous.
It did worry me to think that all the children are on vacation at this time of year, and the coyotes are around in the daytime. I mean, you see them all during the day.
Brian tells us he jumped on the phone to the city and the DNR, and sadly he said he didn't get much in the way of satisfaction. The city is consulting with the DNR to see what, if anything, it should or could do. The mayor did tell Local 4 News it's giving out a list of licensed coyote hunters who the private landowners can hire.
If the pups were playing near the road, and if it's children of 9 or 10 years old, they wouldn't be able to stand up to him if he came out after them. And if he's going to protect his pups, then that would bother me.
Well, it's bothering a lot of people out here, a lot of concern. Now, we've talked to the DNR, and that's the one place where you don't get a lot of concern at all. They're saying that coyote sightings happen every day in the state of Michigan. They don't want you reporting those kinds of things. They're saying keep the trash in, don't leave it out for a long time. Also, don't leave food sources outside. And they say that if you do see a dangerous animal, if you feel like there's been an attack or there's a problem, they do want to hear you. You can call the poaching hotline that they have. I'll put the number on clickondetroit.com. But I will tell you that Brian called that line and really nothing happened. Back to you.
So, Rod, what is the DNR saying about the den and why we shouldn't be so concerned about it?
Well, what they're saying is that come the fall, and maybe even before then, these pups will have grown up and they will disperse. They'll probably stop using the den. Now, that doesn't mean another group of coyotes might not come here next year, but they're saying that the expectation is these animals will disperse and they won't be as nearly as dangerous at that point.
Yeah. Okay, Rod, keep us posted. Thanks.
Have we thought about importing roadrunners? I learned when I was a kid they give coyotes a fit, just fits. I know that, yeah.
With anvils.
With anvils, everything from Acme. What a day.
Oh, fantastic, yeah.
The Sparky Anderson's catch golf tournament was going on today out at Meadowbrook, and Northville was out there, and it was, you just couldn't ask for a better night.
What time do you have to get up for that? My goodness.
That was a 7:30 shotgun start. That was a little tough.
Did you shoot well out there?
After I woke up, everything got really well, yeah. First 9 holes, I don't remember.
Tough. You know, but the rest of the week is going to feel a lot more like July. So this may have been our best of the week that we've got going forward. Temperatures are right at 80, and we've got that humidity level, which is pretty low, especially for this time of the year. These dew points are in the mid-50s. Keep in mind, last week when we saw that just oppressive tropical humidity, these numbers were in the low and even mid-70s. Watch what happens as we go forward to the forecast. We will see a slight increase tonight, at least in noticeable levels, not quite muggy conditions as we go into tomorrow. By the afternoon hours, a little bit more of a jump in humidity, so some spots will start making its way into the mid-60s. And then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday morning, some of these levels get slightly higher. So as we get later into the week, the humidity levels do increase. But again, we're not going to approach those levels that we had last week. By the way, tomorrow, Ozone Action Day here in Southeast Michigan. So if you're getting gas, mowing the lawn, wait till evening till that sun angle's a little bit lower in the sky, and try to carpool or minimize the amount of driving you do, because we want to limit the amount of ozone that forms near the ground on days like tomorrow, which are going to be very stable. Not a lot of wind and high pressure generally in control. Tuesday, we're looking at dry conditions. Wednesday, not so much, as we start returning those thunderstorms to the forecast right about this time in just about 48 hours. We'll be looking at thunderstorms, and then on Thursday, could be seeing another chance. In fact, those chances start becoming very recurrent as we head towards the end of the 7-day forecast. Here, low temperatures tonight will be in the 60s in our metro zone, low 60s. Again, low humidity, very comfortable sleeping weather tonight. Upper 50s in Livingston County, low 60s towards the lake. A lot of upper 50s in our west and north zones for high or low temperatures, I should say, by tomorrow morning. Again, this is going to be the best that we've got. Temperatures start inching up along with that humidity as we get later in the week. In fact, we'll notice a difference tomorrow, 86, with those very light southeast winds, maybe some slightly cooler high temperatures closer to those east side lakes. Otherwise, temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s through Thursday. They'll come down just a bit on Friday, but look at that. Wednesday through the end of the weekend, chances of thunderstorms each of those days. Now, the humidity levels look like they may start going down just a little bit over the weekend, but it's going to feel like July here for Wednesday through Friday. And don't really need any more rain, but it looks like we'll probably get some. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ben.
Well, 15,000 of the world's top young athletes set to come to Metro Detroit. New here at 5, how you can play a key role in the Junior Olympics.
But first, stories from across Michigan, including this young couple charged with doing something unspeakable to their 11-month-old child. That's next. Across Michigan tonight, stories from Huron Township and a warning for folks living along the Lake Erie shoreline.
We'll begin, though, this roundup in Grand Traverse County up north, which is where these two parents have been charged with child abuse after their 11-month-old was found with drugs in her system. Brianna Devereaux and Devin Devereaux were arraigned today after being arrested on Saturday. The incident in question took place in June. Police say the child ingested cocaine and an opiate at some point. EMS then arrived on the scene and administered Narcan to the little girl. She has since been released from the hospital and is going to be okay.
In Huron County, the search for a missing kayaker from St. Clair Shores continues. The search was called off on Sunday because of windy and rough water conditions. The Huron County Sheriff says 2 men were kayaking in Lake Huron late Saturday afternoon when both of their kayaks took on water. A 20-year-old man managed to swim to shore, but a 22-year-old man who was not wearing a life jacket and did not know how to swim remains missing. And along western Lake Erie, a harmful algae bloom is expected to form.
Here we go again. Massive algae formations, a recurring threat to the environment, but also to the economy. Researchers have developed a scale for rating the severity of a bloom based on how much algae it contains over a sustained period, and they predict this year's is going to register a score of 7.5. Anything over a 5 indicates a potentially harmful level, meaning blooms could do damage by producing toxins or sucking enough oxygen out of the water to create fish kills.
New at 5:30.
It was a wall of water.
They lost 10 people.
A devastating flash flood hits a quiet Arizona swimming hole. Now the desperate search for the missing is on. What a show. A Michigan photographer captures the northern lights shining over the Mackinac Bridge. So, will we get a chance to see them down here?
As construction continues on Little Caesars Arena, we're literally watching it go up right before our eyes. But wait till you see what they're doing on the inside. It'll blow your mind.
You know, you could say it's the icing on the cake if you thought Little Caesars Arena was cool from the outside. Just wait until you see the finishing touch inside. They just announced today. When the puck is dropped for the first time at Little Caesars Arena, one thing is for sure, everyone there is definitely going to be able to see it.
And this is why. A 5,100 square foot video board hung at center ice or court when the Pistons are playing. The largest of its kind. Jamie Edmonds shows us how it's all going to work.
When sports fans and concert goers finally get into their seats at the new Little Caesars Arena, there'll be plenty of action down below. But it'll be hard to miss what's going on up here, the world's largest scoreboard, one you can see from every single angle.
This is 44 feet on each side. So come on in 3 feet from each blue line and you've got your view of the largest seamless center hung scoreboard in the world.
That's one giant TV. If Craig Turnbull, Senior VP of Marketing and Communications for Olympia Entertainment, seems excited, he is. And he says fans should be as well. This scoreboard will be unlike any other.
360 HD 6mm. It's the same millimeter pitch that you see up at the Palace, but obviously much larger.
How's this for some stats? The 5,100 square foot center hung scoreboard will be the largest system in the NHL by viewable area. And the display will feature approximately 11 million LEDs, more than one LED for each person in Michigan. Whether you're going to a hockey game, a basketball game, or a concert, it will certainly be an experience. That's the goal, says Turnbull.
Well, you know, that's not the only installation. There's going to be 7 video boards throughout the territory that is Little Caesars Arena. So you got indoor experience on a massive board, and we have a beautiful one on the outside as well.
The very first thing out of the gate, some Kid Rock concerts starting on September 12th, and I bet you fans can just picture it. In Detroit, Jamie Edmonds, Local 4.
That's going to be wild to watch.
That is going to be quite a show.
Yeah. Now, let's switch venues. Comerica Park underwent turf surgery today, and that's to prepare for the major soccer exhibition match that's coming up.
It was a little bit of a mess earlier. That sod is being replaced and expanded into the infield to make it into a soccer field. This all comes after 40% of that field was torn up during a Metallica concert and heavy rains. The International Champions Cup is this Wednesday night between AS Roma and Paris Saint-Germain. Check out these aerials from today when AS Roma took to the field at Eastern Michigan University to practice.
We've got new information tonight after an Arizona flash flood claims the lives of 9 members of an extended family, and right now a 10th is missing and sadly presumed dead. That was after being swept away over the weekend. Jay Gray explains how forecasters warn more severe weather there could be on the way. Jay.
Search and recovery teams were back at the Verde River this morning.
We want to go river right and river left.
2 days after campers say the water turned deadly in the blink of an eye.
The water was calm, and then literally like 20 seconds later, like no warning at all, the water just started rushing down.
Bringing with it mud and debris as it swept through the Cold Spring swimming hole.
Flash flood came through and washed 14 people up away from the camp.
One of those swept away is still missing. 9 were killed, the youngest just 2 years old. all of the victims' extended family who had gathered for the weekend. They scrambled as the floodwaters rushed in and now struggle to cope with their tragic loss.
This is my brother and his son. He has to be found. He has to be with them.
And tonight, the National Weather Service warns more severe weather could be on the way. Monsoon storms and the potential for flash floods will continue through the middle of the week. Jay Gray, Local 4.
A near tragedy on a Florida beach after a 4-year-old gets run over by a car.
Boy was boogie boarding when a wave pushed him up onto the sand, and at that very moment a pickup was driving on the beach and hit him. But the boy did survive it. Police say he is going to recover. They are also, though, saying the 19-year-old driver was not at fault. Also in Florida, water testing underway in a neighborhood where a sinkhole swallowed 2 homes. We've got drone video to show you what's left, and really it's not much. The sinkhole opened on Friday, taking houses, a boat, part of a road, and a driveway with it. It now measures 225 feet wide. It is 50 feet deep. 5 homes have been deemed unsafe. They are now testing the water to check for E. coli and possible chemicals that might make the water in the area unsafe to drink.
At the end of the month, 15,000 of the world's best young athletes will descend on Metro Detroit for the Junior Olympic Games. And with all those people in town, organizers are putting out an important call. Our Kim DeGiulio shows us how you can play a key role in this event.
At the end of the month, Eastern Michigan University's football stadium is going to be packed for the AAU Junior Olympic Games. It's a yearly event that thousands of kids participate in. It's been held all over the country, but this year they're coming back to Detroit.
Much better. There's so much training that goes into participating in this event. I mean, it's year-round.
Torrin Moore Jr. has been training 6 days a week for his events.
High jump, long jump, 200 hurdles, and a 200 dash, and a pentathlon.
His coach, who ran track at EMU, can't wait for the games to be back on his old turf.
I'm home. Switch feet, step back a foot.
But he's not just a proud coach to Torrin Moore Jr., he's a proud father as well. He's watched his son put in hours of training for all of these events. The time spent together with his son, he calls
priceless. You can't even put a time or amount, it's just priceless.
Torrin's not alone in his training. Athletes around the country are gearing up for this big event.
You have 15,000 athletes coming in from around the United States.
In addition to EMU, other events will be held in Novi, Detroit, Dearborn Heights, Oakland, and Brighton. With an event this big, they certainly could use some help.
We just want to get the word out and let people know there's a lot of opportunities to help out with the event.
They need thousands of volunteers, so if you're interested, head on over to clickondetroit.com to sign up. And get this, if you volunteer for at least 3 shifts, you'll have priority sign up for NCAA championship events that are held here in Detroit. Reporting in Ypsilanti, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
All right, that'd be a fun little
cool.
family outing.
You bet.
You know? Well, if you are looking to take a summer road trip, now is the perfect time.
Gas prices in Michigan are down. Statewide average about $2.34 a gallon. That's down 8 cents from a week ago, 2 cents cheaper than a year ago. This according to AAA Michigan. Prices in Metro Detroit decreased about 4 cents a gallon, right now sitting at about $2.37. Mackinac Bridge, linking, of course, Michigan's 2 peninsulas. Impressive on any night.
Yes.
But
oh, man. Early this morning, the Big Mac looked downright spectacular. Ben is here to show us and tell us about the bridge as it looked under those beautiful northern lights.
I mean, it's one thing to see it on video, but can just you imagine being there and seeing that in your backyard? But this all began last week when a giant sunspot sent out a massive burst of energy just as that sunspot was facing Earth. Now, early this morning, those waves of charged particles from a geomagnetic storm reacted with the Earth's magnetic field. That's what creates the aurora borealis, or what we call the northern lights. A photographer up in Gaylord captured the scene in the skies above the Mackinac Bridge in pulsating waves of glowing green, and just adding to that, of course, those lights also visible across the Upper Peninsula. But They did not reach as far south as the Detroit area, unfortunately. And if you want to get another look at those images, we put them on clickondetroit.com. You can find them on the lifestyle tab. Just amazing shots. By the way, this is where the northern lights are going to be tonight. So you can see they're going to be way up there in parts of Canada. The strength of that electromagnetic storm is starting to decrease, and that's why that is starting to retreat further to the north. So just some fantastic shots. Of course, you can see them again at clickondetroit.com.
Take it while we get it. I mean, it's just stunning. It doesn't look anything close to real.
No, especially, and it went on so long. It just kept coming and coming. It was nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right, Ben. Well, tonight at 11, Help Me Hank investigation showing us how some local car salesmen are cashing in by taking advantage of your benefits. Here's Hank Winchester with a preview.
I'm really furious that it's allowed to happen.
Diane Gray still can't believe it happened to her mother.
Mom's CID numbers had been used, and we don't know who bought cars.
Diane's mother, Wilma, an 88-year-old proud Chrysler retiree, so upset about this situation she asked her daughter to expose what happened to her, hoping it doesn't happen to you.
I don't know what other Chrysler workers are being taken advantage of by a dealer in order to bring his quota up.
Wilma's discount code used by salesmen without her permission so they could close other deals. Now we're demanding answers.
When this all came together and you realized what was happening, what did you think?
Well, I'm not very happy about it. We are aware there is a problem with employee discounts being used. The only problem is, as a dealer, we usually find out after the fact.
But that's just part of this story. Our full investigation tonight at 11.
All right, thank you, Hank. We report on cars ramming into houses all the time, but never like this.
No, ahead at 5:30, how this SUV ended up crashing through the roof of a house.
But first, an ATM ripped out of this small Ohio store, but there was one big problem. We'll tell you what it was next.
With a fresh